Good evening and welcome to Scrapbooking with a Twist. We are going to make the main swap embellishment tonight for this month over on Ginger's Corner. And so I decided on this little snowman. I bought this die cut set a year ago, I think, when I thought, excuse me, that I might use it for my Christmas cards. It's a good thing I decided not to, because I think I counted that there are 28 layers. I only used 27, but I left one layer off of the scarf. So it's very, got a lot of detail in the layers. It's really cute, and I love how it turned out, but I couldn't make 150 Christmas cards in this. It's just too complicated. You know, I did 15 of these little snowmen because there's 10 in the swap. I usually send Ginger an extra 1 or 2, and then I keep 2 or 3 to use on my own scrapbook layouts. And it was very time consuming just to do that many. My dog is over here nosing me. Go get on your bed. Go get on your bed. And so anyway, we're going to put this little cutie together tonight, but it is very complicated. And by the way, we have a year-long hop going, and as we do the embellishments for each week embellishment and then the monthly embellishment, there's a hop now for those embellishments, and it's listed in the description below, and so you can go there and you can watch everyone, and it's really neat. I've already watched a couple of them, and it's so much fun because everybody has a different take on it. So sometimes, as much as I like to watch like 30 days of sketches and things like that, they begin to all look alike, even though that doesn't bother me, but I know it does some people. None of them will look alike, so you just keep getting idea after idea after idea as you watch them, and there are just so many talented people that make such good things. It amazes me. You know, I'm still, I'm not sick at all. I don't have fever. I haven't felt bad. I've just had this coughing that will not go away. So just excuse me if I have to cough or get a drink of something to try to calm it down. So we're going to start with the body of our little snowman, and here is this piece. This, I don't think that you can probably tell, but this is white glitter paper, and it has, on the bottom part, it has embossed like where everything should line up, so that's really pretty neat. It helps you line things up if you don't have to cough in the middle of it. I was doing really well. I knew as soon as I started a video, I would start coughing. So there's our little, excuse me. There's our little body. And then we'll put his eyes, all that on later. So let's just set that aside, and let's go ahead and do our hat. The bottom layer of our hat is just the black. Actually, this is kind of textured black. I just used scraps, and that's what this hop is called, scraps to embellishments. And then this top layer of his hat, I used black glitter paper just to give him a little bit of shine. Yeah, when I started doing these, I was like, oh my goodness. I mean, the picture on the die cut set is really cute, but you just don't realize how many layers it has. So we're just going to put our glitter paper on top of that. I'll get that on there. Excuse me. And then we need our, I'm going to go ahead and just glue some things together because I just wanted you to see all of the layers. And while I'm doing just this gluing, I'm going to do the twist real quick. The twist tonight comes from Isaiah 7 through 9. Isaiah 7 verse 9. And it says, If you do not stand firm in your faith, you will not stand at all. I read that and it just kind of hit me between my eyes. You know, Isaiah is telling us not to be wishy-washy in our faith, that to know what we stand for and then stand strong in it. I couldn't help when I read that but to think about Revelation chapter 3, where John is having the revelation, and the angel of the Lord is talking to him, and he begins to describe the church of Laodicea, and he says, I'm about to spit you out of my mouth because you're neither hot nor cold. I wish that you were one or the other. And I just thought to myself, that's what God wants from us. He wants us to stand strong. He does not want us to be wishy-washy in our faith. We do more damage to the cause of Christ and the cause of our faith when we're wishy-washy than we do if we're just not standing at all. And so I just felt like that was I needed that. And I want you to understand, I am not preaching when I do these little devotionals. I'm talking to myself when I'm doing these, reminding myself of things that I need to be reminded of. We need to go all in, I think is what Isaiah is saying. Is like, just go all in, or don't do anything, because it causes more damage than it does good when we're just wishy-washy. Okay, so that has our little hat assembled. Now let's put together our next scarf. And like I said, there was actually one more layer to this, but I did this top one. There was one that went on top of this. I did this one, the third layer, in glitter paper, so I didn't really want anything on top of it. I wanted it to be the top layer. So let's just, I'm trying to get better about using my my mat over here instead of getting glue and everything all over my new little good mat. So this one just washes off, and this one it's way harder to get it off of it. So the bottom layer is just white. I made it out of the same scraps I made my snowman out of. And then this red is just some red. It's actually texture paper, but I liked it for the scarf, made it look almost kind of woven. And then the top layer is red glitter paper. You know, I don't even remember what the title of this main swap is. I'll look it up in just a minute. It's something, Winter Bliss, maybe? We had one here a while back that was a winter theme also, but I'm thinking that this one may be Winter Bliss. This die cut is amazing. It just takes a while to cut it out. And these fringes, I did end up putting a little shim in those. And I'm going to show you what I did, because your red and white fringe is doubled there. So I just took my little piercing tool and kind of went between those layers and bent that upper layer up so that you could see that those layers were there. I thought that looked kind of cute and made it better to be able to see those layers. I mean, if you're going to go to all the work to make those layers, they should show. Okay, so now let's assemble our broom. Whoa, I've lost my broom. Uh-oh. Oh no. That's a problem. Oh, that's a problem too. My dog's barking. What happened to my broom? I had all my pieces right here. That figures. Well, I'm going to very, 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 very quickly cut a broom. I've got a piece of paper right here, and I will just cut a broom like in a snap, so don't go away. I'm cutting. And I would edit this out, but I'm having trouble with my my iMovie thing. It's not wanting to reload back into my phone, and I don't know why it's doing that, but I'm having trouble with it. So anyway, I'll probably end up having to leave that little oops in there, and I'm very sorry because I usually try to be really prepared so that I don't have to do things like that. So there's the little broom. It's all cut out now, and it has several layers, so we're going to get those layers on there. This first one, I started with the dark brown and just kind of worked my way up with lighter, getting lighter and lighter. So there's the dark brown, and then I did the layer of craft on top of that. And then on top of the craft, I did this kind of off-white glitter paper. I'm probably right at the very bottom of the screen. So next I did the off-white glitter paper on top of the craft. And then it also has a little bow around the broom. So let's get our little bow on there. Okay. We have one more thing to assemble. And look at this. It is the nose. So there's the bottom piece. Now I made these different colors, but if I do this again, I will make them even more different in color. Like this one's darker and this one's lighter, but there really isn't quite enough difference in the two colors. It would look better, I think, if the lighter one was quite a bit lighter. So, oh, I don't have my glasses on. So anyway, I think that has all of our parts assembled now. Let's lay our nose up there. I may not need this anymore. And I'm going to show you, see all of these little stars, or snowflakes, I suppose they are, that when I punched all of my scarves, I kept all of those, and I'm going to put those in a little bitty Ziploc bag, and I'm going to put those in my shaker drawer that I might use for a shaker later on. I save things like that for that purpose. Okay, so let's start assembling our little fella here. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there to put our hat on. And then glue our scarf on. He starts looking pretty cute when we start putting these pieces on there. And then I took, because this is separate, I stuck my broom in like that. The way that die cut is makes it really easy to stick this little broom in where it just really looks cute, I think. So let's just stick our little broom right down in there. Okay, now it's time for now they had the little holes, where you cut his eyes, and I'm going to use those and his buttons, but then I'm going to put Nuvo on top of them. And I think it really made a big difference rather than just using the little holes that punched out. But I did like having the base for my Nuvo. Oops. And these holes sit just, there's kind of that little half moon cut out, so it really makes them look neat. Okay, so there is all of that. I want to put my nose on, and then I'll come back and do my Nuvo drops. So this nose is kind of, because this is a ways down in there, because I've got this top layer on foam. So what I did was, get this, I put some glue down there, because this Nuvo dries clear and matte, so it isn't going to show. So I just kind of built a little puddle of glue in there, and plus this is white, and then stuck that little nose down in there, held it a second, and whoops, and it seemed to hold pretty good. Get this little, there we go. So that's got his nose pretty well attached. And then I just used my black Nuvo, and let me get, sometimes it kind of burps and then you get a mess. And I am going to do his eyes and his buttons in the Nuvo. And I think that is our little snowman. So very quickly, I think I did 27 layers, and there were a possibility of 28 because I did not do that last layer on his scarf. Let me get you a little bit closer view here. And I think maybe as I get it in the light, you can, see if I can do no, that's too much. You can see some of the glitter. You can see the white glitter on this top layer of the snowman, the red glitter on his scarf, and then the black glitter on his hat, and the little layer of glitter on his broom. So anyway, I think he turned out cute, but he is definitely not one of those that you can just throw a bunch of them together really quickly. He takes a little bit of time with all the cutting, and but it's well worth it, well worth it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and check the description down below where you can see others building all these different embellishments. Go over, check everybody out on Ginger's Corner, and I hope you have a blessed day and be a blessing to somebody else. Thank you.